This script by Andrew Haigh comes your way. What was your first thoughts when you read it?
It just made me cry. It really made me cry. I thought it was just so unusual. So unlike any, it's so difficult even now to describe the film, and it was very difficult to kind of characterize the script. Apart from the fact that I really recognized the feelings, and I recognized the character, and I was sort of blown away by the originality and the flair of it. And I remember just really being so moved. And at the end, he'd written "Make love your goal," and I was like, oh my God, it's just what a beautiful thing. Yeah.
What about you, Claire?
Yeah, the same. Really moved by it. And my agent Billy phoned me and said, "Have you read it?" And I've sort of realised how significant it was. And it's so rare, and also the writing was so beautiful. And I would have done anything that Andrew Haigh asked me to do, basically. So I was already sold when I started reading it.
And you, Jamie?
I just thought I'd be a fucking idiot not to do it, basically.
We absolutely talked about our own experience. You couldn't not. And there's so much of him in the the very bones of the heart of the movie. But I don't know if you guys know, but the film where the house that Adam goes back to in the story is the director's childhood home. So it added a real authenticity to it. The big thing that we talked about was compassion and tenderness, and how you can, for so many people who are queer, I think talking to your parents can be, I think for so many people, it's not as extreme as perhaps it's sometimes reflected on screen, that it's not a fully embraced acceptance, nor is it outward rejection, but it's somewhere in between. Both things can really exist, and I love that about the film.
Do you remember, I mean, maybe I've made this up in my head, but that you were really clear, I felt, about that scene, that it wasn't a coming out scene.
Yeah.
It wasn't that Adam was going to hit his parents' house to say,
absolutely.
just so you know, guys, I identify as gay.
Yeah.
And I want you to know that.
Yeah.
It was that he had to, she was saying you married, and if you got, what a lovely wife.
Yeah.
It was just saying, no, actually, because I'm a gay man. That's what I am.
Mm-hmm.
And it's actually her response to that which begins that interaction. And we wanted it to be so full of, there were times we did it where it was we were really fucking angry with each other.
Yeah.
He was really angry with me, and I was like, don't you get angry? Like,
Yeah.
I was giving it back. And then there were other moments where there was a lot of silence and real sadness. It was like we were sort of breaking up or something.
Yeah.
But I felt like I didn't want to step back or like try not to be honest about the fact that in that moment she's just saying the first things that are coming into her head, because she's sort of in fight or flight. She's like, I don't know what's going on here. And also she feels like basically everything he's saying is a criticism of her, and that in some way him being gay is a criticism of her as a mother.
I thought a lot about that this man is also the son of somebody. He references his own father, and that you reminded me of that today. He references his own father, and that his own father used to think that he was too soft. So then he's went through, I need to be tough, I need to be hard man, because my dad thinks I'm too effeminate or too in touch with my feelings or something. So he's adapted himself because of that narrative that he's been told. And then I've given you your own narrative that then you've been told and adopted.
That's your mum and dad.
They died just before I was 12. I'm trying to write about them at the moment.
How's it going?
Strangely. Hi.
Hi.
My boy's back home.
Our son.
Is this real?
Does it feel real?
I've always felt like a stranger in my own family.
It doesn't take much to make you feel like you're back there again.
All of Us Strangers, rated R.